Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Aidan being a music nerd here on the YouTube channel. I'm super excited to have it here now, because I'm just a lot less restricted in terms of time, and it's kind of how I do things. So I'm doing things a lot longer takes. Like this, one of the first clips you'll see is me practicing for like 5-6 minutes straight with no cuts. But normally, I would take advantage of the cuts on the Instagram, and I would just like, okay, I'm gonna do this part, then do this part, and so on. But I think I like the long form a little bit better. It requires me to be able to make more mistakes because like a lot of times I'd cut and be like, no, I can cut that part out and then do it later to make it sound better, which is good because obviously you want it to sound good, but at the same time, I think it's good to just hear me not sounding great and just being okay with failing and sometimes having things not sound the best. So basically, the last few days, we've been sight reading a lot of stuff, a lot of Granger music. I'll probably be not recording, but like just playing along with them later this week, just because I want to review some of them, because some of them are really hard, like really hard. Um, I'll probably be doing Linkachara Posey since I know that piece very well and I love playing it, so I'll probably be doing that later this week. I taught, so I did kind of the scale slash exercise regimen that I did a long time ago. I did for the recital scale, since the recital is what, 11 days now, or no, 8 days now. Wow, it's close. 8 days. But I don't have to practice the recital piece that much because it's Suite for Tuba, and I've played Suite for Tuba every single year, and I know that piece in and out. But I definitely will be playing that and reviewing that. And I worked on the scales, so like the one that I did in the video was a B flat melodic minor, which is a really rough scale. The major scales like A flat, not A flat, A and D flat major aren't too bad. The only other one I really need to worry about is the F sharp melodic minor, which I'll also probably do later this week. And I also recorded a video kind of talking about what we're doing for band through BandLab and other digital audio workstations, because for Night's News, they were like, hey, could you do a segment? And I was like, sure. I just recorded a video of me talking about BandLab. So I did that. And then also just a fun little solo that I found online. I've played before, but it's nice and fun, and I sound nice on it. So yeah, enjoy the first episode. I'm super excited. Yay! Okay, so normally how you'd start this is you start playing it as slow as possible, but I already know the notes not too difficult, so I'm just going to kind of jump to the next thing, which is basically playing it in dotted 8th, 16th, so da-da, da-da, ta-da, ta-da, and you normally need to start it a little bit higher, so it's at 96 for all these scales, but I'm actually doing it at 103 right now, so tempo's around here. So, ta-da, 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 so I'll probably go up, and then I'll stop, and then I'll go back down. Awesome. So now we're going to invert it. This might be rough. I might need to do this a few times. I'll just do the bottom. That was not right at all. I'm just going to do the entire thing again. I know that was 100% right, but that was closer for sure. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to take it in 3-note groupings. So like do-do-do, and you don't need to like go completely in time, but just whenever you start the next grouping, it needs to be in time. So it'll make sense once I do it. So yeah. Okay. So it was just ba-da-da. I kind of sustained the B flat just to kind of get a pitch center. But then what you got to do is you got to sustain the first note. So like 1, 1, 2, 3. So it alternates which notes you're switching in between. It'll make sense what to do. So here we go. Oh, I played the wrong notes. Okay, this time is going to be correct. last time, it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so on. So it's going to be. We're going to do the same thing, but for 4-note groupings. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or so on and so forth. Like I said, it'll make sense. I kind of messed up near the top, but so now we're going to do long, or 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I need to think about that for a second. So that's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now, if this worked, and hopefully it did, so I'm going to take it down just a bit, back to 96, take it down a bit. And also work completely. So it's pum pa 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 da da pa pum pa 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 da da pa pum. Or it's actually 2 octaves. That was not right at all. But let's see how this goes. It's gonna be first try, obviously, since I did it in one take. So here we go. Okay, that wasn't perfect, but that was much closer than it was when I started 5 minutes ago. Only 5 minutes, and I made a decent amount of progress. So it's really awesome. Okay, awesome. Hello. So this is BandLab, which is what we use a decent amount of the time to record and make sure we have all the recordings aligned. There's a lot of things that go into it. So we have a generic track, and I just did my own recording. But normally all of the people in the same section, so like all the tubas have their own track, and I just recorded mine on my own. So then I put that into the track and mix that all together. There's a lot of things that you need to kind of go through. So if we're starting where I was recording earlier, around here, and not having this muted, so you can hear my recording. You can also hear the top part, which is the entire ensemble recording. And there's a few things that you need to take into account, especially sometimes this can be offset. So when you're recording in BandLab, sometimes it will be delayed. So you need to just move this over to actually have it be aligned where it should be. Also, one of the things that's very important is just making sure that they're all together. You can merge them all into one recording, because sometimes when you have multiple and you're trying to move them around, it's a little bit harder rather than just having the entire thing move around at the same time. But the biggest thing is this, which is called automation, which is basically a way of manually adjusting. So basically, as if you were to manually turn up and down the volume on your TV or something. So sure, I recorded at this volume. If I want it to be really loud, I could just do this and turn it up really loud. Oh, really? There we go. You hear it significantly louder, and it kind of goes up right where that is. So a lot of times when maybe we should be quiet, when I didn't play that quiet in the recording, you can just drop it down. So you can hear the gradual, it'll go up and then it'll just immediately drop down. And then it kind of goes down to nothing. So this is definitely something that's really large that we use when we're trying to blend with multiple different people and making sure that one person isn't too loud than the other. And then some other things, making sure that you name your part after your name. So we put them all together, we know who it is. I'm just naming the project. So this piece was called Hymn to the Fallen. And that's about it. So yeah, it's BandLab.